Hello, everyone. I'm just going live on Instagram, so give me a hot minute. Hello, Instagram. Hello, hello, hello. So, notice anything different? Let me know if you notice anything different or anything like that. So, I'm just making sure that everything is all good. Let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. Hello, Instagram. So, if you want the best experience, guys, the very first thing I would say is to watch on the Facebook group. The link for that is in the bio. If not, just search Handmade Bosses on Facebook and you should find it because there's slides and all sorts of things. Hello, Boo and Lil, Lily Poo. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Nikki says, can hear and see you. Awesome. So if you're watching on the Facebook group, then make sure to give StreamYard permission to see your name and your avatar and all that good stuff. So, do you notice anything different? So basically, I have finally moved offices. So I am currently in my garden office. It was built about 3 weeks ago now, that we were just kind of like waiting to see whether or not we needed to soundproof it. So the very first thing I'm going to ask you guys is, can you hear any outside noise? Because actually my neighbor is sanding his fence. So this is probably like one of the best times to kind of see if you can hear and see me okay. But let me know, like, can you hear any outside noise? Is the sound okay? Obviously, I've got my mic here, so and I've got my earpod in for Instagram. So I've got all sorts of tech plugged in various places to kind of help with the noise. So let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes for people to hop on. So if you're new here, then we do this every single Monday at the same time. I do have the Monday Momentum Live schedule up on the website. So if you ever want to kind of see what we're talking about, then come and have a look over there. Sound is okay. Awesome. And if you see me, if you've just joined, if you see me looking here and looking here, that's because I've got Instagram here and I've got the Facebook guys here. Ducks from the Lily Pond says sounds good. Okay, yes, awesome. So I need to go back onto comments. There's so many like things I'm like seeing and doing. Can hear and see you, but not outside noise. Okay, good. Well, that is a positive. That is really, really good. I'm glad about that because I was slightly worried about the outside noise and all of that good stuff. So, if you're new here, hello, I am Steph, and I specialize in essentially helping handmade business owners start, run, and scale their handmade business to consistent 4 and 5 figure months. So if you're new here, like, I'm not going to like sit here and talk about myself too much, but I just need you to kind of know that this is what I specialize in. Okay. And today we are going to be talking about how to market on social media if you can't stand social media. So the weird thing about this is that you're actually watching on social media. So I would love to kind of get your opinions, okay? And I mean, the first thing I'm going to do is, if it's your first time here, I want you to introduce yourself and tell me why, like, what do you sell and why? Let me know. I'd love to find out in the comments what you sell and why. So let me know in the comments. And if you've like done this before, if you know this is always a question that I'm going to ask, then please do. Like, if you want a bit of a do-over from the last time, let me know. What is it that you sell and why? I want to know in a sentence. Like, as I'm reading it, I want to have an idea in my mind as to what it is that you actually sell. So let me know. Let me know in the Instagram comments. Let me know in the Facebook comments. Let me know. What is it that you sell and why? Let me know. I'm just gonna, whilst you're doing that, I'm gonna have a look and make sure that the stream is working as it should be. See, it's weird because on StreamYard, which is what I'm using right now, it always says different stats from what Facebook says. Dun Undone says, clip-on earrings for kids. I have 2 little ladies and couldn't buy them clip-on earrings. Okay, awesome. So extra credit if you can tell me what the pain point is. I mean, you have done there, but what I would love is kind of like to go emotionally deeper. Like why, like what did that mean, them not being able to find any decent clip-on earrings? Let me know. Nikki, I'm new here. Hello, Nikki, welcome. I'm starting a small business of personalized wedding supplies, but I have no idea where to start. Well, you're in the best place. If you go onto handmadebosses.com, there is loads of freebies for you, YouTube channel, everything you basically need to start your Etsy shop. Okay, so what I like to say to people is that with your Etsy shop, you can start one to be able to receive sales, but making sales, creating sales, converting people coming in is a totally different kettle of fish. So 100% go on to handmadebosses.com, and if you want something, I mean, I'm not quite sure like what stage you are at, but we do also have a free, I'm just going to get rid of that comment very, very quickly. We do have a free masterclass for you as well. So handmadebosses.com/conversion. If you want to just like write that down, I'm showing a slide on the Facebook. So if you guys are like, what? On Instagram, that would be why. So if you want to know how to make more sales, basically you have your Etsy shop up and running, but you're like, it's just not making sales and I don't know why. I'm getting views, but those views are not translating into sales. Then watch this free masterclass. I'm just going to get rid of that real quick. So let me have a look. Let me catch up on Instagram. Wildlife inspired art prints and homeware that makes people smile. Awesome. Hand painted and dressed wooden ducks. Oh, that's really unusual. I love that because I love them myself. And I also love to add a little bit of cheer and happiness to others. That's amazing. Personalized note cards and writing paper, thoughtful personalized gifts for all occasion. The recipients can then pass on the love when they use the cards, writing paper to write letters to others. Awesome. Hi, Stephanie. Watched you before, but been lurking. Don't lurk. Come and join. I sell dream catchers and wooden children's decor, mostly space themed, it seems, to help make children's rooms magical. Love that. Love that. So like injecting a little bit of magic. Amazing. Hi, I'm Gail. Hi, Gail. I design and make sterling silver and mixed metal earrings and jewelry. Your affordable luxury. Love that. Love that. Love that. Love that. Yes, 100%. Your affordable luxury. Love that. So, shall we get into it? We've got a couple of minutes. I think everyone's hopped on now. But if you guys want to kind of like come in, let me know what it is you sell and why. That would be awesome. So, hands up. Who dislikes social media? And you can be honest. And it doesn't have to be like all social media, but tell me like what you dislike and why, okay? Because a lot of people are like, I understand that marketing usually involves social media. Okay. And a lot of people have kind of put comments in the Facebook group and, you know, in these lives and kind of said, yeah, I get that social media is like a real big deal, but I hate social media. Let me know if this is you. Just while I read out a couple more of these. So, hello, I'm Anna and I make handmade party bag crayons for kids' birthday parties and other occasions. I was inspired by my own kids. Awesome. Love that. So, let me know, do you guys hate social media? And if you do, why? And if you're kind of like, well, some I dislike and some I don't, then let me know. But social media is definitely something that I feel like a lot of handmade business owners are more towards the introverted side, and the idea of like going live on social media like strikes the fear of God into people, and I completely get it. Right. Katie says, I don't like how social media is so fast paced. Yes, it's very fast paced. Well, I mean, I guess you mean via the algorithm. See, I don't play algorithm games. I play for the long term. So whenever it's like someone says to me, what's the best way to put this? How do I game the algorithm? How do I get seen on social media? I'm like, girl, I don't even do algorithms. Like, I'm there for the long game. I don't play like the like ladders, and I don't even do a lot in the way of like you'll never see me dancing around on reels, like pointing to various, because I'm like, I don't want to do that. And that is like the kind of like a little bonus tip is that you want to do what works for you. Yes, there may be people who are like, you need to get on TikTok. But at the end of the day, A, if your target market is not on there, it's a waste of time. And B, it's like, guess what, guys? You're your own boss. You can run your business however you want to run it. Take what works and leave the rest, right? Get that, completely get that. So we've got one from Instagram. I loathe it. I never do video, etc. Personal reasons. I didn't mind the old Instagram when Facebook actually had reach. Yes. Now I will say that Facebook groups are going to be a massive thing. And for me, I haven't actually seen Facebook reach drop just because of the way that I do things. But I do completely get it. Like, you do see quite a few people who are like, Facebook has dropped and the reach has dropped and all that kind of stuff. But there is a way around it. And I use Facebook groups to get around that. You'll never see me posting that much on my Facebook page because, quite frankly, unless people turn on notifications, they're not really going to know. Totally me. I work full time as well, and it's finding the time to dedicate to posts and scheduling them. Yes. I hate social media as people are trolling and hating there so much. Yeah. See, I'm going to like talk more about this later because, like, seriously, there is a lot of hate, and I've gotten hate before. But you know what? I just block. Move on. Like, I don't even interact with them because, guys, it's a complete waste of time. Same, can't be bothered for the latest fad, but just how everyone flicks through and only sees things for a second. There's always something else to see. Exhausting. Yes. I hate the algorithms. Yes. I find it so difficult to think of new and interesting posts, reels, and videos. Okay. So the first tip here that I really wanted to share is be choosy as to what platform you use. Right. If you guys are like watch the Flourish event, and if you guys don't know, the Flourish event is coming towards an end. Today is the last day to enroll in HBSA to get the Flourish package. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to leave a link for you guys in the comments. And if you're watching on Instagram, the link will be in the bio. I think it's the only link in there now, but I'm just going to like pop that link in there in case anyone is like late to the party or anything like that. So what I would say is be choosy what platforms you use. And I only recommend using one platform. And the reason for that is because you want to build a home hub on the one platform. And if you've like listened to me before, you know that I harp on about this, right? You want to choose one platform. That's it. Master the one platform. Like, what I see a lot of is you only have 100% of the time that you have allocated towards social media, marketing, whatever, to spend on doing it. So let's say like you have 100 minutes, right? Just for argument's sake. Why would you spend 25 of them on Facebook, 25 of them on Insta, 25 of them on this and this and this? And you're kind of like diluting your energy across all of the platforms. Why not instead just focus and master one? And that's exactly what I did. My home hub was YouTube. For the longest time, it was YouTube. And I spent 2 years mastering it. And now I finally like know exactly. I haven't posted on there for 2 weeks now, guys. I'm still getting views because like of the stuff and the work that I've done before and the lessons I've learned, obviously. But that's the thing, is that you like focus on one platform. And it might be that Facebook is not for you and you're thinking, you know what, like I hate Facebook, but I don't mind Instagram, or I hate Facebook and Instagram, but I don't mind Pinterest, or actually I don't like any of them and I just want to go on LinkedIn, or you know what, like I want to curate my own home hub. So I don't want just any random stranger coming in. I'm going to use Facebook groups or any of the other group software out there. There's like a few, actually. We were like Mighty Networks. You could do something like that. You could even like curate a paid audience. That's advanced, but I'm just, you know, letting you guys know. Charlene, my first business, I use Facebook only. My second current business, I'm focusing on Pinterest. Yeah, so it's very much like the lessons that you learn along the way. It's like, right, I don't do Facebook very well, or I don't do Instagram or that well. And it's not unusual. Like when I first started Handmade Bosses, I was like all about YouTube, hated Instagram, like absolutely hated it. Now I've kind of like mastered YouTube, and now I'm kind of like at the tail end of my Instagram journey. So it's kind of like one of those things where once you've mastered one, you're quicker to know what works on the next one. So why like spread your energy and time across everything when you could, in theory, just focus on one home hub? Does that make sense, guys? Let me just, would you say that Pinterest is also a social media, or does that count as something else? So Pinterest, I tend to lumber it all in social media because it's getting your brand presence out online. But Pinterest is actually a search engine as well as YouTube. So although Pinterest and YouTube does have the social media element, i.e. like on YouTube, you get community posts and things like that, they are mostly search engines. So it's kind of like whether you prefer being online, a bit like having your face online, doing lives, pictures, whatever, and you prefer to build a community, or whether you would rather use content and your expertise to market online. Therefore, maybe Pinterest and YouTube would be the one for you. So strictly speaking, not a social media network, but I tend to just lumber it all in because it gets really complicated if I'm like, right, here's social media, here's search engines, and here's this, right? I'm struggling with Instagram. TikTok is fine, but I can't grasp what works on Instagram. Yes, I mean, I don't know if you are in HBSA, but we do go deep on Instagram, and I am planning on bringing out like an Instagram masterclass. I can't speak today, purely because there's a lot of people that just don't understand what works on Instagram. And a little tip with Instagram, it's not about follower numbers. And this is like another little side bonus tip, is that it's not about the follower number. It's really not. And I think the quicker that we can like get our minds off of vanity metrics, the better. Like you see people who had, and I remember there was a story where there was a influencer, and I'm not going to name names, who had 129,000 followers on Instagram. She launched a t-shirt line and sold six t-shirts, 129,000 people. Believe me when I say it's about the connections that you build and how deep they are versus the follower numbers. So if you guys are feeling disheartened with the numbers and the metrics, like just don't, because that's not what it's about. I used to prefer Facebook because I feel like it's more of a community. Insta felt more like pretty photos. Yes. And also I fell out of love with it all and barely post now out of frustration or lack of interaction, I think, but trying to get back into it. Yeah. And that's the other thing. Like if the things that you were doing before are like didn't work for you and they made you frustrated, ditch them. Again, like I said, it's your business. Do what works, leave everything else. So the first thing, I'm just gonna have a little sip of water, is be choosy as to what platform you use. Be very, very choosy. Make sure that well, I mean, the first thing is to just make sure that your target market is actually on the platform. That was what happened with TikTok. Loads of coaches were like, go on TikTok, do dancing. Oh my goodness, I've gotten 50,000 views on this. And it's like, okay, great. Is your target market aged 13 to 18 years old? Because to be honest, that's what the bulk of TikTok users are. If that is your target audience, go and do TikTok, like all the more power to you. But if that's not your target audience, then people were putting a lot of time and effort and energy getting the views, again, vanity metrics, and then just bombing when it comes to actually getting sales from those views. Does that make sense? So let me just scroll and make sure I'm catching up on all the comments. Yep, lovely. So the second thing is schedule. Now, I know that a lot of you guys are like, yeah, I know I should really sit down and spend like a couple of hours just scheduling it out. But this is the thing. Batching is going to be your new freaking best friend. Schedule. When you are feeling in the mood, when you're feeling particularly creative to create like picture posts, videos, batch them, schedule it. I schedule a lot of my social media a week, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks in advance, because I know that how my brain works is that I'll have a wave of energy for like a week and I'll be like, yes, I've got all these really cool ideas. Like, how amazing is this? And then I'll kind of like just kind of be a bit like, yeah, okay, I've kind of like run out of ideas now. So when you schedule, you take that pressure off of yourself to come up with something new every single day, right? The third little tip is to mute and unfollow unapologetically. Okay, so listen, I know that a lot of us have, that weird cousin that we know that we might have only met once, but we're Facebook friends with them. We follow them on Instagram, but you hate what they post. Or let's say that you have like an old school friend that continuously posts really negative things, and you're just like, I just hate the platform now because of this one person. Let me know if this is you. This has certainly been me, right? And I want you guys to make a promise to yourself that your energy when it comes to social media is so super important. Let me just give you a random example, right? So on Monday, when the Flourish launch began, I woke up and I was absolutely buzzing. I was like, yes, this is awesome. I'm gonna like give so much value. It's gonna be amazing. Like, I'm gonna chat to you guys. It's gonna be awesome. And then I went on my Facebook feed, on my personal Facebook feed, and it was just like horrific pictures. Like, there was even one who posted like a animal charity post, but it had a horrific picture as the cover. And I was like, okay, like this has really just sucked the energy out of me now. So I unfollowed and I muted and I blocked and I just got them out of there. And that's what I would love for you guys to do, is that if there's, and like, I bet you that there was one particular account or person that came to mind immediately when I said this. Go and mute, unfollow them, do whatever you need to do to respect your social media energy. Does that make sense? Let me know. And also let me know if there's someone who like you see online, whether it's an account or whatever it is, and you're like, I just, nah, I want to put like a wall, right? Charlene, that's so true about scheduling. I tell myself I'll remember to post, and something comes up and I forget. Yeah, honestly, unless it's a habit that you've been doing for more than 3 months, don't just automatically assume that you're going to remember, because you won't. That's like a rule that I have put in place for myself. Unless it's a habit that I have been doing consistently for more than 3 months, I schedule it, because I will forget, right? Any tips for developing patience? I love it when I get an idea and want to post immediately. Shiny object syndrome, it's a thing. If you are someone who has, like me, I have the attention span of a sieve at times, and depending on my energy that week or that day, whatever, I'm exactly like that. I'm like, oh, new thing. What I do is I will schedule like a meeting with, if that sounds bizarre, but I'll leave this idea until like 6 weeks ahead, and I will literally schedule it in my Asana, in calendar, like whatever you use. I will be like, I'm not going to do anything with this until 6 weeks time, right? And then I look at that, and in 6 weeks time, if I'm still hyped about it, then I do it. I do something about it. But I give myself that 6-week grace to be like, is this really something I want to do, or is this just like a hyped up shiny object thing? A lot of the time, shiny object syndrome is a form of procrastination, because we know what will move the needle for us, right? I may have to miss some comments, guys, some questions. If you have questions, pop them on the Facebook groups. I do want to keep this one pretty short. How often should we post on Instagram? Depends what works for you. I post on my grid about 3 times a week, story about 5 to 10 times a day, if I'm being honest. Best app to use for keeping on top of things. Depends what you mean by keeping on top of things. Are we talking scheduling? Are we talking calendar? Like, I use Asana for calendar, and I use Later for social media scheduling. So I hope that helps. Charlene says, I'm a big fan of unfollowing. Helps your mental health in general. Yes, exactly. So the fourth thing is stop hate following. We can all be honest, and we can say that sometimes we follow our competitors because we just want to keep up with them. Hands up if that is you, because I have definitely done that in the past, where I will follow like other jewelry makers back in the day, and I'll be like, yeah, you know what, like, I'm just going to see what they're doing. But let's be honest, doesn't really help our mental health when it comes to our business, because what do? Oh, well, their pictures are better than mine. And like, clearly I have to be spending like 17 hours a day on social media to be that successful. I'm never going to get there, etc., right? Does that make sense? Charlene's like, little hands. Yes, preach. Absolutely. So stop hate following. It's a thing. Honestly, so many people do it, and just stop it. Like, you do not need to look at your competitors more than once every 6 months for a couple of hours, just to kind of keep your finger on the button and know what's going on in your niche. You don't need to follow them. You don't need to have them on your feed. Cut that out. And if you really like, you can't go cold turkey when it comes to hate following, use a different account and just log into that, whenever you feel like it. I don't know why you need to, but do it on a separate account. Don't do it on your business account where your energy has to stay high. And the last little tip is use the rule of 3. Okay. So this is a rule that I have found has worked really, really well. Is 1 out of every 3 posts. Now, ideally, it should be all posts, but if you're just getting started, rule of 3, 1 out of every 3 posts, ask for the sale. Okay, so flat out call to action, ask for that sale. Okay, so if you're like thinking, if the pressure of making money and making your sales goals is really present when you're trying to schedule or do anything when it comes to social media, follow the rule of 3. Like, post about something else the other 2 times. Like, take the pressure off of yourself. But 1 time out of every 3 posts, then that's your sales post. Then you're asking for the sale. And it could, it might not be a sale. It might be a join your email list. It might be a get on the wait list for this new product launch. It could be anything. But again, like, take that pressure off of yourself, because I know that when I talk to a lot of makers, that's the thing that really gets them, is it's this like social media pressure that you're thinking, oh my goodness, like, I have to make sales with my social media channels, and I just don't know what to post to create those sales. Rule of 3 is going to really, really help you. So guys, let me know. Does that resonate? Like, does that help you guys? If you guys have any more questions about general social media stuff, then feel free to either send me a DM if you want to, or go into the Facebook group. And if you want like the hive mind in there, then go and pop your question in on there. But really, guys, honestly, social media is as easy or as difficult as you make it. And that is the bottom line truth. You don't have to post 12 times a day on Facebook or on Insta stories if you don't want to. Do what works. Test, fail, learn, grow, repeat. That should just be your new like mantra when it comes to marketing, social media, and all that good stuff. So guys, we will be doing this again on the 6th of June, 1 p.m, the same time, the same places. We will be doing this again. But also, if you guys are like just thinking, I need to get the A to Z plan on how to grow my Etsy shop, I need to make this work, like whether it's like for a financial reason or whether you just want more from your business, there is the Flourish Breakthrough Package. Join HBSA. I will pop the link in the comments again for you. And again, if you are watching on Instagram, then the link will be in the bio. But guys, like, if you are just like, I need to figure this out, then we do have an amazing bonus package worth $997. That's going to be disappearing tonight at 8 p.m. So in like math, 6.5 hours, that package will be gone. It won't be offered again because I realized halfway through that I gave too much away. So if you guys are interested, again, link in bio, or the link will be in the description box, or it will be in the comments if you're watching on Facebook. But for now, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this, and I will catch you all soon. Bye, everyone.